All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant. Hey, two. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I got it. 5.
Throwing on first down. Sherwood. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive, he may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 45, come on. 6-man. Check girls.
Looking to throw on second down. Sherwood. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
70, Indy. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Ready?
Throwing on third and long. Sherwood. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
TJ Logan on the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, first and 10 at the 20. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's second and 8.
Whip. Watch the whip. Big dance. Go.
They run with Logan. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Ready. Black, what is that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. So don't say nothing. Watch twist. Hey, stop. Let's go.
On third down, Winston. He's got Evans. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
On first down, Logan. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Green, triple team. Mike 54. Mike 54. No chance.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's caught by Howard. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready. Blue lady. 59. 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Green, triple team. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, watch the slant.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Sherwood. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. They've got his man complete. It's a gain of 35. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Sherwood. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Rip left, rip left.
We're scoreless after one.
Set. 90 Wolf. Five.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. So we got man.
On first down, Sherwood. And Thomas has it. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Flush to his right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Watch the screen.
This is Carson. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Jameis now on first down. Looking downfield for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
45, come on. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Sherwood. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to cook up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
80 weapons. You gonna see me in your life.
To throw on 2nd down, Sherwood. And this one's incomplete. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson. But now it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Got it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Get it.
Back to throw. Sherwood. Caught by Wilson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. But that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. He's got a man. again, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line. I'm scared.
On play action, Winston. Flushed out right. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Logan. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
54. Mike 54. Watch the run. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To throw, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On the carry, it's Logan. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pick it up, G.
They'll run it here with Logan. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, stop.
He's brought down by
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Winston now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. This is caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
That's good for our Buccaneers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Even. 20, flip it. Check 25. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Jameis to throw it. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check tight. 5-0. 59 Mike. Check, 59. Here we go, D, get off the field. Mike's 5'9", Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Green, triple team. Check, 59.
Winston now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Black 25. 59. Check 26, flip. Slam. Tommy. Green, triple team.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Switch it. Right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
54.
They run again with Logan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it with Carson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
On the double. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Throwing on first down. Sherwood. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake. Sherwood. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Sherwood. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, Sherwood. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On first down, Sherwood. Wilson's got it complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Come on,
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stuff. You ain't doing nothing today. Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Let's go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
In your face.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's third down.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Yes, yes.
Check the call, check the call. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 5.
On 4th down, Sherwood. And no, it's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll try the left side. It's Logan. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Check, 59. Big. Check 31, check 31.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Come on, QB, come on.
On 2nd and 1, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Wait.
Mike, check.
That's it. 59. Check. Check 59, Mike.
Now Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Slam. Hey, let's get it converted. Let's go.
On first and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check. 59.
Here we go. Check 59.
Jameis again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. They'll throw again. Winston. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He's coming, double up. Kill.
On third down, Logan. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, back up. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. K1 short. Breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. 59. You better bring it. Easy. Right now, you better bring it. Check 59. Green, 15. 59. Mike the 59. Know your job. Mike's 59.
Throwing on second and long. Winston, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Ready. Blue 80. Check. 59. Come on, D.
Mike's 5'9".
Let's go.
Play action now. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Thomas has got it. Complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Carolina.